gotta be ready. Okay guys, good morning, good morning. It is Friday morning, and yeah, y'all see, man. Y'all see what we're working with today. We got well, we got a lot to do. We're gonna be doing the $1 million street today. Damn. We out here in the grind for sure, y'all, for sure. So yeah, so we've had a good week this week. We have done a lot of money when you look at it from the money standpoint. I mean, after today, we'll be at about $4,500 this week. Now, tomorrow, you know, that's not the best week we ever, that's not the best week we ever had or nothing like that. But mowing grass, that's pretty good. You know, if you can do, you know, $800 a day, something like that, that's about what we've been averaging this week, man. After today, we've probably done about $4,500 after today. And then, you know, you figure you got expenses, gas, and, you know, all that. So I don't know if that's a lot of money or a little bit of money, but to me, that's pretty good average. If you can do that every day and be smart with the money that you're getting, you can do really good like that. So, but with that, Zach's going to be doing some of the bushes over there today, and he's going to be doing a lot of the weed eating. That's just the nature of it today. I'll weed eat one of the properties. I'll get Katie going on the mower, and then Zach will follow up and do the bushes on one. I may weed eat a little bit more. I have all three of my weed eaters. Well, I got more than that, but I got the three that I mainly use. I got the 91R with a guard on it. I got the 111 with no guard on it, and I got the 94 with a guard on it. Now, I know a lot of you guys ride without the guard, and that's okay, I guess. But I have found, and you know, just in my brief, you know, time without the guard, and I had to get used to it, is that without the guard, you get a whole lot of you sling a whole lot of stuff all over you. At least I do, up to this point. I mean, it throws grass everywhere. I don't really have a technique down. Now with the guard, I can weed eat a lot and never even get nothing on me. But without the guard, it's impossible. What I may do, and I may do a video on it, I may modify the guard. See, I think that you can cut that little lip off of the guard, and you may be able to get some protection from it coming up, as long as the string, the cutter on the guard is gone, and that whole little vertical lip on the guard. And I may cut one with a grinder. I'm always doing stuff like that, man, because if I'm not going to use it, I got guards. I got a bunch of them. You know, I probably got about 7 or 8 weed eaters. Some of them, and to be honest, one of them's got I got a brand new 94R. It's just got a broke choke on it. It runs, I mean, but it's hard to start it without that choke. Bo broke the choke on it because the choke is spring loaded, and when it's spring loaded, you know, guys, they you know, pull, and then they grab the choke and they turn it with their hand, and Bo turned it and broke it, and it's spring loaded. It pops back into regular when you hit the trigger. So it's another costly thing to have the guys like Bo out here. But I could take it to the shop and they could fix it, you know, if I wanted to. I just haven't needed it really. And I have used it probably once this year. I grabbed the wrong one, and it took a while to start it. As a matter of fact, I think I had to shoot starting fluid up in there. You know, yeah, man. So we're over here. Katie's got started over here. I tell you what, man. Don't ever underestimate a Ferris, man. These Ferris, that Ferris mower, dude, it is a freaking just. It's a great cut, you know. It's just awesome, you know. And sorry about that. It's a great cut. I mean, it's a one hit. I mean, it's a one pass wonder, man. One pass, and that's all you need. It cuts better than the X-Mart and the Skag, y'all. It really does. And the blades on it aren't even that sharp, man. I haven't, you know, I don't use it every day, but that Ferris is just a monster, man. It runs so freaking good and cuts so clean and disperses the grass so good that, you know, it's all that, man. It really is. So, that. So I'm fixing this. We're gonna do things a little bit different today. Zach's got to do the bushes on this one, so he's got to walk up in there anyway. So I'm gonna set the hedge trimmers up by the door on this one right here, and then I'm gonna. What was that? And then I'm gonna weed eat. I'm gonna weed eat the one over here that takes a lot of weed eating time. I'm trying to get it down where Zach doesn't have to work so hard, and because I don't mind weed eating, I just usually do this one first, but I don't have to. But since he's got to go up in there and do the bushes today, then he's got to be up in there anyway. So I'm going to weed eat this one over here. And this one's a little bit, the one over here, well, the one over here is a lot more weed eating than the one over here. So I'm going to go on and start weed eating this one. And there's a lot more walking on this one. But see, I'm very efficient with a weed eater. Zach's great with a weed eater, don't get me wrong. And Zach is very thorough. Sometimes Zach is too thorough. And what happens when you're on great big jobs like these is that it wears you out in the course of a day. I plan my route, you know, walking with a weed eater right now. I know exactly how I'm going to do this property here, and what way I'm going to walk with a weed eater. So, and of course I make sure I got a fresh spool of string on the weed eater, and it's full of fuel. That's a given. I never leave the truck on jobs like this without checking the fuel on the weed eater. I feel it when I'm solo. I feel the weed eater, the blow, and everything up off the muscle in the morning, the first job, or even before I leave the house. I never get out here and run out of gas on while I'm walking, because that's the worst thing you can do. But I want to make it where Zach can start weed eating on this end of the driveway on this one, and he doesn't have to carry the hedge trimmers up to the house. So I'm gonna drop the hedge trimmers off up there. I'm gonna grab their trash can and take it up there with me too, and then I'm gonna weed eat this one over here. And so when Zach gets here, he can go on and weed eat and do the bushes on this one, and he won't have to weed eat this one at all. And that'll save. We'll see how that works. Usually I'll weed eat this one. We'll just see how things work out time-wise. Because I don't want to wear him out, because that's been one of the problems with him. He wears himself out, really, because, well, and it's a lot of work, too, don't get me wrong, but he could work a little smarter, too. He works hard, man, and a lot of times working hard is enough. But when you're doing properties like these, working hard is not, sometimes working hard and not smart. You got to do both on properties like this. And you know, I worked with Zach yesterday all day, you know, him in the truck with me, and I noticed a few things that he's doing that it's not a bad, but it's not as efficient as he could be, you know. So and we all go through that. I mean, you know, you have to kind of be thinking about what you're doing out here. You know, you can't just grab a weed eater. It's sort of like and I always, you know, compare this out here to being on a football team. You know, when you first come out, you know, when you're young and you come out of college and you go to the NFL, you can overcome a lot of the things you don't know by your physical ability, right? But the best players are the ones that that have the physical ability and have the mental ability as far as what they're doing and knowing their assignment and all. And see, Zach he has the physical ability and he knows his assignment, but he doesn't. He could be more efficient, and I could too, and so could Katie, and so could everybody. You know, I can always think that I can do better, always. So I'm not saying anything about Zach that I don't say about myself. So I'm going to try that today. I got to get off this camera and quit yickety-yakking, and so I can get some work done. Peace out. Okay, y'all, so y'all see this tree right here? It broke off. So get this, and I want y'all to see how big it is. I don't know if y'all can tell but you can see how big it is compared to my foot. It's pretty big ass tree. It was a big. So look, the owner come out here, and you know, she's the one that has she's the one that has the property I do in downtown Fayette too. And she's always playing games with the Zelle money. So she told me she'd give me 50 bucks to clean this tree up, y'all. I laughed at her. $50 to clean this tree up. I told her, hell to the no. And that's what I told her. I said, hell no, no way I'll do that. There's a lot of branches, man. And you gotta have, I wouldn't even touch this for less than $300, and that's if I could just put it right over there. Yeah, you got to have a big saw, and I got one. I'd probably charge her about $300 to cut it up and just push it in right over there where those branches are, right in that little wooded area right there. $1,000 if I had to haul it out of here. Yeah, you can't live in a house like that and chump Ray off. I'm just saying, man, you can't. All right, y'all, we're finna wrap this one up. We got the other one done already, and then we're gonna be on this one right here. And y'all see, I've been spraying and everything, so it's been helping a lot. Peace out. So we're over here at the $1 Million Street, and y'all know, man. So you always got to be looking out for obstacles in the way, man. See this, look at this cable right here. Y'all see that black cable right there? Look, that cable goes all the way from the house, and they didn't tell me it was here, all the way from the house right there, all the way out to the freaking gate, man. And it goes through the woods, but if you know, you got to really be watching out for stuff like this. I mean, this is, it's every bit of at least 1,000 feet to the gate from here. So let me ride over here across the line here, and you see how I done cut all this in here around this line because I don't want my guys around this freaking line. So I done cut on that side of it. So let me pick it up and move it over. Yeah, it's not in the way at all. See, I done cut that side of it, and I'm cutting this right here now. So, let me ride down here. I got something else I want to show y'all too. Y'all watch out for it. So there's a water hose right here, and the water's on. Water's leaking out of. There's a hole in the water hose, and it's leaked water all out into this area. So you can't get in there with a mower. I didn't even know that until I got over here. So what would y'all do in that situation? You can't even stand in there. It's so wet. Uh-oh. But y'all see that there's that line. So let me make sure that. And that line, you got to watch out for it here, but you also got to watch out for it up the road, up on the driveway too. So yeah, but it's just, you know, you got to be watching out for things. See, if I go in here with a mower and tear it all up, then you know, somebody done got a vehicle stuck here before. So yeah. All right, y'all. Got through another week, and man, oh man, what a day. We made great time though. We knocked it out, and everybody worked real hard. Damn. But yeah, really ain't got a lot to talk about, man. I got a little bit of video on the job, you know, of the Ferris. That Ferris, y'all. Ferris ain't no joke, man. Tell you what, I love that Ferris, man. That Ferris is a great cutting mower. Great. It's running like a champ, man. We cut 15 acres today of actual grass cutting. I really ain't got a whole lot to talk about, y'all. Yeah, buddy. What you got there for us? Your motion right there. Motion. All right, y'all. I'll kick it.